Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's us again. Hello, everyone. And
Dre and Jess, Unfiltered.
There it is.
Take 2, because I totally forgot the name of it, obviously.
Yeah?
There's been a lot of stuff going on.
It's okay. No
Yeah.
worries.
So let's go ahead and get into it today, because today is about marriage counseling.
Marriage counseling. Ooh.
Yeah. About to open some worms.
See, you hit the nail on the head right there.
What?
Marriage counseling. You know,
What?
I'm not going to lie to you. When we first started out marriage counseling, it was almost like we were pouring gas all over our bodies.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember the first time we had
Well,
marriage
that's what I'm telling them. Yeah, that's what I'm telling them.
Sorry.
So it's like we poured gas over our entire bodies.
Oh, yeah.
And we
And
go
just-
in this room, and we would, and the counselor, we won't say her real
Yeah.
name, we'll call her Kate.
Kate.
She
Okay,
had
I
a
gotta get
cigarette
that one.
lighter, and
Yeah.
she'd be like,
And then
and they just blow our faces.
everything hit the
incinerate.
fan.
Yeah,
It was
no, absolutely.
The first marriage counseling session, I literally thought we were getting a divorce the week after, because it was so bad.
No, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
I thought we were going to get a divorce.
Absolutely, you know.
And I was like, why did we even come?
So exactly, and to mention, you know, just a caveat to that is, I don't know if you remember, it was the second session.
Yeah.
The counselor, we'll call her Kate,
Yeah.
looked at us and said, hey, at the end, she was like, by the end of the session, she said, hey, you all didn't drive here together, did you?
Yeah.
Dead serious.
Yeah.
Like, it was that
It was
bad.
bad.
She didn't want us in the same car going home.
Yeah.
And
I don't think we had a good session until what, 4 or 5 times?
Yeah. And you know what? And I know a big part of that now, looking back on it.
Do you?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Please tell me.
So I'm gonna tell you, look, ladies out there, if you have a man that you're going to marriage counseling with, I think that you should always sit down and set like a tone about what this is going to accomplish and what it's going to do. Because all honesty, when we were going to marriage counseling, I looked at it as like my Super Bowl.
Oh.
I had a chance to go in and have a referee, a third party, to basically tell me I was right.
Yeah, which you're not.
Well,
Kate says he's not right.
It didn't work. It didn't work out. But no,
It's amazing.
Whoa, no. Anytime we go in marriage counseling, I beat you at least 28-7.
No, you do not. No, you do not.
4-1.
No, you do not.
She tells me I'm.
No, you do not. No, you do not.
No.
And now, next time we go to the marriage counselor, I'm going to call her Kate, because I keep on saying Kate.
We don't even want
I
to
know.
use her
I'm not
real
going to
name
say her real name.
Because I guarantee you, somebody will recognize who it is in Knoxville, Tennessee, and be like, "Hey, you're Dre and Jess's counselor."
No, I know that.
But I mean,
See why we're in counseling?
It's literally like we were playing the Super Bowl against one another.
Yeah.
And
We
part
were
of
like-
it, in all honesty, it was my fault, because I went in because it was an opportunity for me to be crowned king. And so guess what? We go to
It's
sessions.
an ego thing.
No, it's not. We go to sessions every 2 weeks. So she crowned me king in that session. For 2 weeks, I'm walking around the house. I'm the king of my house. That's simple. So I had to go in and win every single time.
But he fumbled every time.
I fumble.
Yeah, you fumbled.
All right. Well, next time we're going to keep score. I'm going to get a scratch pad and I'm going to keep score.
Okay.
No.
So y'all are probably wondering, why did y'all even go to marriage counseling? Because your life seems so amazing. Which, okay, we're going to be honest with them. I mean, we almost got a divorce because our life is so crazy. But
we didn't almost get
not a divorce, but a separation.
I mean, I wasn't going to separate. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right here. And we're going to stay focused, but we're never going to get a divorce.
We're never getting a divorce.
It's not happening.
We're never.
I'm going to tell you what. You could have somebody right now and we split up and you started dating somebody and y'all went out to the movies. You better tell him he need to buy a third ticket. Because I'm going to be there. If I'm not there in person, I'm going to be there in spirit.
Yeah.
So if he better get the big bucket of popcorn and know it's going to be a third hand in there.
Get those trays.
It's going to be 6 other hands in there.
Oh, because the kids.
And the kids.
And the kids.
So that's just what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to be together forever, baby.
No, I know that.
That's just what it's going to be.
But I'm just saying, the reason why we started marriage counseling is because most marriages, you don't run businesses together.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that was one of the main key reasons why we went to marriage counseling.
You couldn't separate the two. You
couldn't separate the two because you didn't.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, that's a good thing.
Because you don't
get to be emotional. I get to be a man.
You don't know how to turn off work mode and be a husband. And that's what we had to work on.
I didn't.
You didn't.
I didn't.
That's why we went to marriage counseling.
I'm getting better.
Yeah.
No, but
You are.
No, I agree. But the biggest thing was I went in with the wrong mindset. You know, I went in to win. I was like, hey, I need for the counselor to tell Jess she's wrong. We get home, everything will be good. And it didn't go that way. I would say we have absolutely the best counselor.
Oh, she's amazing.
She is absolutely
Kate
amazing.
is amazing.
Absolutely. And I think one big thing that she has really done and what has allowed us to do is tools. She's provided us with tools to help cope with things and help manage through disagreements and things of that nature. And you know, and I'll say we don't disagree a lot.
Like outside of business, most of our arguments are from business.
Exactly.
Because so I'm the crazy one that has all these crazy ideas and just wants to jump off a cliff and do it. And Dre is more of the protector, but he's like too much of a protector. Like he needs to chill out and not think the whole world is after us. So that's where I admit my faults. This is where you admit your faults. That's what Kate would say.
Absolutely.
So I'm the one who is a loose cannon, but with all the amazing ideas that our businesses are made of.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you are the backbone to make to where they happen and they can actually grow and succeed to what they are today. Man. And you put it together.
What's that called? Is that called a power couple duo? And I'm not calling ourselves that, but no, absolutely not agree. But we don't think a lot.
We don't think alike.
We just don't. And that leads to some friction there. And then back to what you were saying, it was really hard for us to separate the two.
Yeah. As in like marriage, like husband and wife, and then business partners. Because if you disagree in business partners, if you're not married to them, then you're like, whatever, I'm not married. You can go home
you get to walk away
and you get to go to your husband or wife, whoever it is. Us, if we had a huge disagreement in a business, especially financially, if it's a big financial.
That bank statement's in the bed with us. No, absolutely.
So,
or that contract, it's sleeping by the pillow. We still, that caused a lot of disagreements and a lot of arguments there, but we're working our way through it. And the one thing I will say is at this point right now, I feel in our marriage we're the best we've ever been. We're so much stronger. Much stronger. But it was like the first few sessions, it was to the point that I'm like, you're right. Why are we doing this? And it just seemed like she was just stirred the pot. Yeah. I'm like, why are you even? But she could ask one simple question. We'd sit down on a little blue couch inside of a church. We go to counseling. It's in a church. Yeah. And Lord, please forgive me because I've cursed in counsel. I was cursing in church just because. But anyway, she could say something just as simple as she'd start the sessions off with this, like, "Hey, so what's been going on?" Oh yeah. That's all we needed to hear. Yeah. We were ready. Yeah. And, but we would battle through it. But now we've really, I would say, navigated to it. And let me ask you this: what was your primary reason or wanting to go to counseling for the most part? Come in your mic, because you were going out. Yeah. Why did I want to go to marriage counseling? Yeah. Because I wanted to grow old with you. I knew if we didn't, I don't think that was going to happen. Well, that's your perception. I'm not going anywhere. This thing can be toxic. I'm going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off. Well, I just wanted us to be. Because you are so fine. Oh, thank you. Well, the attraction never left. No, I know. That was never anything like, that's not what goes on in our marriage that is like bad. Let me get this disclaimer. Do not stay in a toxic relationship. I'm totally joking up here right now. I really am. And because we always have a Karen. We'll have somebody that'll be like, "Oh, you said stand." And by the way, we're both from a divorce, so we know. And to back up about Karens, listen. At our last podcast, I love my kids to death. I like my kids. I don't like what they do sometimes. But Karen, you want to jump and give comments. You're so busy being a Karen that you can't read between the lines. Yeah. For real. And it just is what it is. Karens will be Karens. And the real people know that the real people that know his kids love my kids, and I like my kids. I don't like what they do sometimes. But anyway, digress. But moving on. Don't stay in a toxic relationship. I'm not saying that. No. But what I'm saying is, like, we didn't have anything that was basically a reason to divorce other than we had to figure out a way to be business partners and married couple. Absolutely. Because it wasn't meshing. It was either, my thing was always like, then you need to go back to your old job and do that. That was always my thing. I was like, if we're going to stay married, then we can't work together. It's either marriage or the business. And I said, if we're not married,
the business is going to crumble, because how are we going to be a power couple together in this business if we're not married?
And we're not calling ourselves a power couple.
No, but I'm saying
we've been blessed. We've really been blessed.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So I remember when as we were getting better with marriage counseling, you would always, this is how you would diffuse situations. You'd be like, what would Kate say?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's my favorite line.
We would have a disagreement and not agree on something. She'd be like, well, what would Kate say?
Yeah.
But in all actuality, that was a great thing. We just wouldn't keep going and letting it blow up. You know, the old us would have been like, back and
we've
forth.
actually gotten a lot better, because we missed our counseling session this month because we were on tour.
Yes.
And I think
we're still doing great. Yeah, no,
but we still got to keep it up. But I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I would say, what was like, I noticed when we first started marriage counseling, it was very defensive. We were just
you wanted to win. Like each one of us wanted to be right, and you wanted to win, and you wanted to feel like you were never in the wrong. Like not you, like I'm talking about like myself and you and yourself. Like you didn't want to feel like it was your fault or anything, because I've done many faults in this marriage, and I could have done things differently. And now that, talking with someone else,
it helped. Yeah, you help see just everything in a different perspective and light.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say, I will say is, if you could fix it yourself, you would. If you could stop the disagreements and arguments, you would. But a lot of times you can't, and it takes an outside party, in which Kate has been amazing in this.
Yeah.
And I would recommend it to anybody. But I'm saying, when you first start, you need to lay out the groundwork. This is not a competition.
Yeah. Because
I was killing Jess like 28-7. I was
you were
Super
not
Bowl every time.
You were not. I was Patrick Mahomes every game.
But no, seriously, and we would leave counseling sessions worse than when we started. But I think too, what marriage counseling has done is allowed us to talk about things, because some things we would just bury, and I think they would just fester and brew and get bigger and bigger. And when it actually come to light, it would be a bigger, in
a constructive way.
Yeah, exactly.
Where we're not like,
we get to talk through them. Yeah,
and we're not like trying to defend ourselves and get mad at the other at the same time.
No, absolutely.
Because our arguments used to get heated when you're talking about finances and business and you're married. Yeah. I mean, that's why you don't see a lot of married couples in business together, because it is a lot, but to me, it's worth all the hardships that we have gone through to be able to be here today. Yeah. Together.
And sometimes I think one of the biggest things that was really hurtful, but not hurtful, but it was just the energy. We have great energy, and our energy would be off. Yeah. And it would be, sometimes I felt like I just woke up in the morning and I'm breathing too loud.
No, it's because you didn't give me a hug or kiss.
Yeah, no, but you wouldn't come out and say that. And as guys,
you should know that.
Oh, wow.
What did I do last night? And then I said all I needed was a hug and kiss in the morning.
This morning, yeah.
And you didn't.
But I was just trying to get.
What would Kate say?
I know, right?
What would Kate say?
But the thing is, you told me last night, like, this is all I need in the morning. See, I think, and I'm about to open up a can of worms, and I know women, you can go in the comments, just tell your take on it. And we encourage that in the comments, just, your spin on it. But
I don't ask anything that costs money. I just need you.
Yeah, no. But so many times as guys, we want to be direct. You should tell us.
I shouldn't have to tell you to come kiss me or hug me in the morning. You kissing on Ticey Bug.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like so many disagreements, you should just tell us, like, hey, this is what's bothering me, and let's fix it. And half the time, I would try to fix things, and you didn't even really want it to be fixed.
Yes, I did. I just want to be difficult, because you're already being difficult. So we're stubborn. We're very stubborn. I can admit I'm stubborn, so you need to admit you're stubborn.
I guess I am. But I'm saying it's so many. You should just tell the guy what you want.
Oh my gosh, get that voice out of here. Don't bring him back.
The voice is out of here. See, you just told me what you wanted.
Yeah, don't bring. I just said before. I said don't bring that voice.
It's so much stuff going on in the world that having to read between the lines. Yeah, it is like, I don't get it.
He's a very direct person. He's always been a direct.
Let's don't beat around the bush. Let's get to it. Let's fix it. I know I'm gonna get hammered for saying fix it. I just want to fix it, and you should let us fix it, and everything should be fine.
Okay.
It doesn't work that way?
That's why we stay in marriage counseling.
I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to save you a lot of time, a lot of arguments.
Counseling.
I mean, you just tell what you want, and I don't get it. I don't understand sometimes.
But I don't always get what I want when I tell you what I want.
85% of the time, if you give somebody, I can give you what you want all the time.
I'm going to tell you right at this. 9 out of 10 times that I've came to him with a business idea that we later on did, and it's been amazing, he shut down. But on the spot.
Back up.
Shut down on the spot.
Let's back it up, though. We think differently. What did you say? I'm a protector.
I know, and I am
cautious.
a go-getter, just take risks.
And you said it, off the cliff.
Off the cliff.
See, I'm going to back up and do my research.
But that's how we come together and make things happen.
Exactly. But if you take the time and you realize that and think about it, like, hey, right now he's kind of shutting it down, but he's probably processing it. But
that's not what I'm thinking at the moment. I'm mad.
I know, but I think it works that we both. This is one thing I would tell you about business. Do not surround yourself with people that think just like you do.
Oh yeah,
because if you do, you can't cover your blind spots.
You can't grow. Yeah, and you can't.
You just can't
get stuff that you wouldn't have thought of. Like since we're totally different.
Yes,
we get to see things from a different view. We both bring things to the table, which makes it more powerful than if just one person. If we were both thinking the same.
Yeah, and just think if we were like, and then we were married to one another, it would be boring. I think it would be so boring,
or the cannon would really go off.
Yeah. Then if we were both, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. No. I told you, if something happened to us,
no. Kate said, she told us do you remember she told us one time in a session, she was like, you all do not need anyone else ever in your life. She was like, y'all would be bored with someone else.
I know for a fact another woman cannot bring what you bring to the table in my life. I ain't gonna lie, since I met you, I've been so tired. I've never been as tired in my life. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I would. I'm
a good time, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're a great time. Absolutely.
And you're a great time.
But I am tired. I've never been this tired in my life.
I know. I gave him a heart attack.
And truth be told,
that's a legit statement. He did have a heart attack after 6 months of us dating.
I think it was so much and so intense. I really think you caused me to have a heart attack. Oh, you absolutely caused me.
You just never felt that way before with someone.
No, I about died. I really did. I had a heart attack. And you about killed me. But I wouldn't have it any other. Thank God I made it through. But you know what?
And what do I say now that you have a second chance in life? What is it about?
Oh my God!
What is it about?
I'm gonna say this. They're gonna get you. She said, you had a second chance in life. You've already lived your life." So she's telling me it's all about the kids and her right now. So because I'm on my second life.
God gave you a second chance, but it's not about you anymore.
I know. No,
it's about everybody else.
Hey, and this is all. Listen, this is a joke.
Yeah, we are joking
because they will get in the car. Karen,
I love my husband to death, and I love him to death.
But you about killed me. You did. I really feel like that was a big part of it. It was a test.
To see if you could make it through the rest of this craziness. And we didn't even have Ticey Bud then, so you need to make sure.
But I will say this, if God forbid, if I hadn't made it through, my spirit would have been right there with his hand in that bucket of popcorn with the other guy. For real. 100%. But it's good though. But marriage counseling is... I
would highly recommend it for anybody out there.
Because once again, if you could fix it yourself, you would have fixed it already. You would have. And I'm not saying that marriage counseling is going to fix all your problems. It's not. But for us, it has given us tools to manage and be able to go through,
Yeah. But you also need to really dive into yourself and pray to God if that's, your religion, if that marriage is worth saving. But if it is, I definitely would go to marriage counseling if that is what you are dealing with at this moment, And
that's a whole nother conversation. But how would you know if a marriage is worth saving? I mean, we're not experts and we're not counselors or things of that nature. But I know we've both been through divorce. But kind of when you know.
Yours is worth saving every day.
What's that?
Being with you.
Oh, I told you, I'm not going anywhere. I'm tired. I am too tired to get a divorce. She has taken all my energy, and I wouldn't have it any other way. these kids, my family.
I have a great time.
I have no more energy. If this thing the wheels was falling off this bus, I would still be on this bus because I've
Just
given
going.
you all. But you know what? And I say that, and I say it jokingly, but I'm so glad I'm this exhausted in this relationship. And truth be told, if something did happen and we weren't together, I would never love like this again. I would never love any. For one, I don't have the energy, and I know that sounds bad, and it just is what it is. But I feel like, and it's not about me, but I've unlocked levels that I've never given before, and I wouldn't change it. But if something did happen to you, I wouldn't have this to give to somebody else, and that's just honest God truth.
You just made me cry.
Well, I'm just saying I wouldn't. But I will say it has been awesome being able to love like this. It really has, and it's really changed me.
Do you remember what Jordan said in our wedding video? When he was only like 8, 9.
My dad found love again. Yeah. No, that was crazy. If y'all get a chance, go check out our wedding video.
Yeah. We may re-upload it on our anniversary.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You should check out our kids. Yeah. Oh, it was just a tearjerker. Yeah. But seriously, I would, if something happened to you, so anybody, God forbid something happens to my beautiful wife, if it does, I am not the person to date. You do not want to date me after the fact. Not that I would be any type of way as far as anything bad, but you just wouldn't get the type of love that I gave her, and it just wouldn't happen. I don't have it in me to do it anymore. I just don't. And I'm fine with that. You know? I'm cool. I'll grow old and with my kids and give me some cats.
No, you have cats now?
I'm scared to death of cats. I would never do it. But I do understand, like, I could see how people that love like this, because you know sometimes like people never get remarried and they just, you know, kind of stay to themselves and do their thing. Like
my nanny was that way.
That's right.
She lived, it was, my papa passed away when I was a junior in high school, and Nanny just passed away a year ago.
Yes.
So that was,
but I understand,
almost 20 years without her husband.
Yeah.
And
I understand. That's who I am.
So and they got together when she was like 15, 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I hope everybody out there, whoever listens to this, will find love like this, like what I'm going through, because I've never been in this situation before in my life, and I think everybody deserves a chance to feel this or be this way, because it's euphoric. It is awesome. You're gonna be tired though. It's gonna wake your butt out, but it's worth it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Mom, do you have anything else for the viewers out there?
Just comment. We need more comments, asking questions,
absolutely.
Everything for like future podcasts.
Yeah, things you want to hear.
What you want.
People you like to see on the show.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff.
What guests would you like to see?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what do they need to do? They need to hit that what? Subscribe button. Absolutely.
Yeah. And share the video.
Yeah, share it.
Share it.
Big time.
You can just copy the link and put it anywhere. Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So once again, thank y'all for checking us out, and hit that subscribe button. Until next time.